Thank you so much for joining me in the very last video of this 3-part masterclass on how to quit drinking and build a life of your dreams. In the first video, we went over using your greatest desires in life to motivate you and inspire you to change your drinking. In the second video, I went over common myths about sobriety and how they also keep you stuck and just aren't true, and the mindset shifts that you need to make alcohol a non-issue in your life. Today, I'm going to talk about beliefs, specifically limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, and the 8-part framework that I use to build the alcohol-free life of my dreams. My name is Carolina, and I'm the voice behind Euphoric Alcohol Free, and I believe that quitting drinking, taking a break, or cutting back is one of the healthiest things you could do for your body, mind, and soul. It's a transformation that goes way beyond breaking just a bad habit and lays down the foundation for literally everything you've always wanted in your life. But what often gets in the way? Our current belief system. Our belief systems are deeply ingrained thoughts that tell us either how to perceive the world or how to act in it. They are so strong that multiple experiments all over the world have proven that our beliefs can govern how fast we heal, how well we respond to different medical treatment, how fast we can run, how well we do on standardized tests, and even how we react to poisonous or non-poisonous plants. Basically, if you believe that you can do something, that right there is 50% of the work to actually accomplish it, along with action, inspiration, and perseverance. If you believe that you can't do something, well, you're basically dead in the water right then and there. How do we form these beliefs and how can we change them? Well, our beliefs, many of them were taught to us when we were really young. We absorbed them from our parents, from different authority figures, from our teachers. For example, there's one very common belief that a lot of girls get, that they are not good in math or science at a very young age, and usually after hearing that message, they lose their own interest. Other beliefs are formed from our own direct experiences. We might have experiences in our life that shape for us what we believe is fun, what we believe is boring, what we believe gives us pain, what we want to avoid. These are all directly tied to a few, maybe just one, very kind of momentous experience in our life. Other beliefs we think are evidence-based. We see them around us, proven by society that, for example, this has to be true. It was in the 50s, I believe, that we believed as a society that nobody could run a faster mile than 4 minutes, that it was just humanly impossible for anyone to run faster than that. And no one had ever done it before. And then someone named Robert broke that and ran faster than a 4-minute mile in 3 minutes something. And guess what happened after he broke that? People all over the world started breaking the 4-minute mile. And you see, this belief that held us back, that humans can't run faster than 4 minutes, held the entire societies of the world back. And once it was turned out not to be true, to be broken, the belief system changed in so many people's minds. Sometimes our beliefs are governed by what we see around us. For example, if we always see divorce or we always see relationships ending badly, we might form really deep beliefs that that's also going to be true for us. Sometimes it takes just an example to see someone like Ruth Ginsburg on the Supreme Court to give a little girl the belief that she also could be on the Supreme Court one day. Our beliefs completely govern our lives. In fact, they shape our destiny. And the thing is, most of our beliefs are running on autopilot, and we don't even realize them and how they affect our lives. I'm sure that you have a ton of beliefs about alcohol and your own capabilities. I know, because I had so many. Beliefs that alcohol made me more fun or more interesting or made life less boring or was what everyone did. Beliefs then that trickled down into other areas of my life where I felt limited and unable to do the things I really wanted to do. That I couldn't write, that I couldn't be an entrepreneur, that I could never publicly share my story, that I could never be the person I aspired to be my whole life, that it just wasn't made for me, that I was not worthy enough, and that I was not capable or even capable of learning. See, these beliefs kept me held back in such a limiting story for years. For years, I didn't believe that I was capable of going after my dreams. Again, like I said in the very first video, my someday goals were sitting on the back burner, waiting for somebody else to take them on because I did not believe that I could do them. And without the belief, I hardly did any of the action steps, no matter how small they were, to get me going to them. So, how do you change your limiting beliefs? I'm so excited to share with you the exact framework that I use to overturn my limiting beliefs about alcohol and set myself free to go after what I really want in this world. Become Euphoric is an 8-week program that overturns your self-limiting beliefs with an 8-part framework to go into all areas of your life. First, we start with introspection and learning to listen to your inner guide so that you realize what's been going on is completely normal, but also just hanging out in your comfort zone. And you use introspection and reflection to hear your inner guide deeper and louder so that you can listen to it to go after what you really want. In week 2, we go over all the limiting beliefs that you've formed around alcohol. That not being able to control it or to be able to moderate or to have a healthy relationship with alcohol all points to something that is wrong with you. We look into the science behind alcohol and realize that that's all BS and that alcohol affects most people in the same way, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you to be experiencing alcohol the way that you have. But in order to move on, we have to take all of that negative baggage and we have to let it go. We have to own the truth of our experiences and forgive ourselves completely for any kind of shame, guilt, or insecurities that we've had about alcohol over our lifetimes. In the 3rd week, we dive deep into health and show the science behind how alcohol affects sleep and what you can expect now that there's not a toxin throwing off your delicate sleep cycles. Also, what it actually does to the body to take a break from alcohol. When you take 2 months off of alcohol, it's incredible the improvements and the healing that the body goes through. So many studies show that cholesterol goes down, blood pressure goes down, liver fat goes down almost by 15% in just a month. That's crazy because liver fat is the predecessor to liver disease. Brain neurons regenerate, they come back to life and new ones start growing, and gray matter expands, all within 2 months of taking a break from alcohol. Now, some of those things are just crazy. I mean, we spend millions of dollars, billions of dollars as a society for medications that help us either lower our blood pressure or cholesterol, do any number of those things that just a break from alcohol could solve. And I'm so excited for you to experience those same benefits. We also go over another topic that is so tumultuous in most people's lives is weight loss. What can you expect when you quit drinking and on your weight? And how can you use your newfound well-being and motivation to work out to completely change your own story of what it means to be healthy and a fit individual? In the 4th week, we go all over connection and socializing because the belief that you need alcohol to have a fun social life is a limiting one, and it's just not true. And when you start to see evidence around you that sobriety is in fact cool, and that examples around you as well of pretty awesome, inspiring people going after what they've always wanted, sober and without alcohol, you start to smash those self-limiting beliefs as well. You start to form new friendships with people who actually you want to aspire to instead of you want to go out and complain with over work at the happy hour. In week 5, we go over stress and anxiety, mental health in general, and one of the craziest benefits of quitting drinking are the rebalances in your brain. Alcohol affects our neurotransmitters to a very severe degree. It lowers our receptivity to dopamine and our levels of GABA and serotonin. Now, if you've ever heard of any of those neurotransmitters, you might know that they are the very ones that keep humans happy and motivated. Meaning if alcohol, even a very low amount of alcohol, but regular, is always depressing and lowering these values in your brain, it creates things like apathy, depression, negativity, boredom, and just feeling off all the time and not experiencing joy. Now, the reason I'm so passionate about this work and why I called my site and my brand Euphoric is because the alcohol-free life is just that. It's euphoria. I'm so passionate about the feelings that I experience when I quit drinking, and I could just see the true world around me and appreciate it for all its grandeur. It's like light bulbs went off in my brain to finally experience the joy I used to have as a child. And the thing is this is a very normal response to quitting drinking, and almost everybody goes through it. It's called the pink cloud. There is so much joy in an alcohol-free life, and we would deserve to live so happy and just awake and present to the world around us, to actually appreciate it instead of feeling apathetic to it. If you could just experience that exceptional joy and know what I'm talking about, and many of my students have, and rave about this lifestyle as just transforming everything for them. In week 6, we go all over mindfulness and tools and tricks that you need to shift away from any kind of negative thoughts and negative beliefs, overturn them, and focus instead on mindful acceptance, building strength within, building your own comfort within. Instead of reaching for a glass of wine to feel comfortable or more at ease, tools and tricks that you can use to find that same kind of strength and resilience within yourself, so that you never have to reach for something outside of yourself to give it to yourself. Whether that's a glass of wine, whether that's unhealthy junk food, whether that's endlessly scrolling on social media. Not drinking alcohol frees up so much mental time and energy, and week 7 is all about the creativity that you are going to unleash on how you spend your time and what you devote your energy to. You're going to experience new passions, new experiences, reignite your drive and ambition, and just start trying things the same way as a child would. To close it all off, in week 8, we go over the biggest transformation that you can expect. How to find your purpose in life. How to find what truly lights you up and the passion that you need to go after it. How to define your fullest potential. You'll take all of your experiences from the previous 7 weeks, from learning to connect with others without alcohol, from learning how to sleep better and wake up with the motivation to go after your dreams, from learning how to use new experiences to ignite your own creativity, and how to listen to your inner guide about what you were truly made for on this planet. Because I believe you were made for so much more. You have such a unique gift, a unique talent, a unique story that only you can impart onto the world, that only you can share. And you were meant to share that gift. You were meant to develop it. You were meant to do what you have always been called to do. And if you don't know what that is right now, the 8 weeks that we go through together in the Become Euphoric are going to be primed to set you up to discover what that is. Because to be honest, I knew I wanted to do something big. I knew I wanted to impact the world. But it wasn't until I did the introspection and all the reflections of the 8-week program that I finally discovered what it was. And when it came to me, it was like a flashbulb of inspiration. I just knew I had to do this. And once I started doing it, I knew I found the thing that lights me up and makes me feel like I have my own unique gift to share with the world. It's such a beautiful transformation, and I'm not the only one who's gone through it. My previous students say that Become Euphoric helped not only to remove their desires to drink, but to really give them the platform to start making those life changes that they've always wanted for themselves. It's the confidence boost that you need to go after the biggest, boldest dreams that you have. Because deep down they're there, and you cannot use your limiting beliefs as the story and the pattern that keeps you stuck and a life that's not serving you. When you drink above the health guidelines, when you drink so that you know it's not making you ultimately happy, I believe that that is a sign of an unfulfilled life, and that there are things that you we're meant to do on this planet, and that you are more than capable and more than confident and adept to share out with the world. I believe in you so much. I cannot wait to read your future book. I cannot wait to see your future business. I cannot wait to see the travel lifestyle that you've built for yourself. I cannot wait to see the impact you make on the world with your socially responsible idea, or you volunteering and creating a movement to save people. I cannot wait to see what you will create with this one and only life that you have. When we finally kick drinking to the curb and make it such a non-issue that we do not care for it. It's about as appealing as, I don't know, smoking meth or something like that. Hopefully that's not too appealing to you. I hope that you'll join me in the Become Euphoric program to go through this amazing life transformation. It's going to be open for a limited time, so hopefully you will sign up. I'll see you in the program and we can do this life transformation together. Thank you so much for joining me.